ಉದ್ಭವ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ.
ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಶಸ್ ಟು ಉದ್ಭವ ಕನ್ನಡ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್.
ತಪ್ಪದೇ ನೋಡಿ because he is going to talk about many things, so do not miss it.
Yes, Babuji, you are in the industry since you started your first movie Suprabhata.
Yes, from 1988 I started in 98.
It seems you started your career from Suprabhata.
That was my first film. Suprabhata was my first film.
Before we come to film,
Okay.
I would like to ask you some your family backgrounds.
Okay.
How
Right.
many children to your father? What he was?
Okay. See,
which
I'm
place you belong?
I'm from Kerala. I was born and brought up in Kerala, Trivandrum.
Okay.
My dad was in the army.
Oh.
He was an army officer right from. I think he attended both the Second World War.
Oh.
He's a veteran of that.
Great.
He's still there. He's 99 now.
99.
Yeah.
Oh.
And my mom was working with the Devasambod office. Devasambod,
Okay.
Kerala. She was also working, and she passed away when she was 67.
Okay.
That's quite some
How
time.
many children?
We are three brothers, three sons.
What they are?
My elder brother, he was working in a company in the US. He settled in the US,
Okay.
and I am the second one. So I am, here. I am a economics graduate.
Okay.
Then ended up then after Punem Film Institute. Then right now here. And I have a younger brother. He's a doctor. He's also in Trivandrum.
Okay.
My mom always wanted a daughter, so she adopted one of my distant relative when she was about, I think, 4 or 5 years old. We adopted.
Okay.
So she's still with us.
Okay.
She's also married. She has 2 daughters.
Say few words about your childhood and any memorable incident.
Childhood main incident
As
was
you know.
that how I had to suffer as a child. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I enjoyed childhood only for about 4 years.
Okay.
I mean, the petting and everything only because by the time I was 4, my younger brother was born.
Okay.
So then what happened was full concentration is on my younger brother because he was a premature baby. And my elder brother, he being the first son, he has got a priority. So I was sandwiched in between my elder and younger brother. Any problem at home, I will be only beaten up. I will be only punished. That was how it was. I mean, these are all as a child. I'm not complaining that way. That was so childhood was always, I thought, my family is giving priority to my elder brother and my younger brother. So I had to fight. So I won actually. I was the best student among the 3. Studies I was very good.
Okay. How far you studied, sir?
Economics, BA.
BA
Economics.
Kerala.
Kerala.
Okay.
I had taken a second and a pre-degree was in science group.
Okay.
See, those days it was always, everybody, their parents' wish will be the children should be either an engineer or a doctor.
Oh, yes.
So they wanted me to be a doctor. So I had taken science like physics, chemistry, biology and all that. And that time we needed 82% marks to get medical college admission. I had only 78.
Oh, in margin you.
4% mark. So, but I think I was lucky. I can never imagine myself as a doctor. Now when I think of it, sight of blood makes me upset. All these things are there. Anyway, but I had no idea of coming into cinema at all.
Okay. What is your any memorable incident in while you are studying in college?
In college, I had a girlfriend.
Oh, great.
And
College days
first,
itself.
that was my first love affair, love story.
Okay.
She was a Christian girl, and of course she was 1 year junior to me. So then it was a kind of we didn't know how to really go about it. I liked that girl.
Okay.
She also liked me. So it's only letters.
Okay.
There was no phone and all that time. Letters. So that continued for about even after I passed out from college. Also it continued.
Oh, still she's calling.
Not now. Then I'm telling you. And then one day when I joined the institute also, it was I joined the institute in 78.
Okay. 78 you joined.
Yeah, 78. 78, 81 batch.
Okay.
So that time also she used to write to me.
Institute, sir? Which institute?
Pune Film Institute.
You know any batchmates in Pune Institute?
My batch, there was nobody.
Nobody.
My batch from here. My senior was Girish Kasaroli, or they are my seniors.
They are your
No,
seniors.
my senior only, Girish Kasaroli. Bhaskar was my senior, cameraman Bhaskar.
Cameraman Bhaskar also.
Yeah. He was there when I joined, Bhaskar. Then my junior was Santosh Shivan was my junior. Venu, cameraman Venu was my junior.
What motivated you to join Pune Film Institute?
I don't know. There was no particular taste for me. Like after my graduation, what I did was I suddenly lost interest in studies. So I told my father was asking me what do you want to do. I said I want to do some business. So the business was my uncle had a studio. So during vacations he used to call me and ask me to sit in the studio, look after it while he will be going somewhere.
Okay.
So I realized that it's a very profitable business. Studio. That time a passport size photograph will be 10 rupees.
Oh, that time itself.
10 rupees you get 3 copies, passport size photo. And the actual cost is only 2 rupees.
Okay.
So 8 rupees is profit.
Profit.
So I thought it is a wonderful thing. So I told my father, this has to be done and all that. Then so we started a studio in near Munnar. Munnar is our native place, that area. So I was on to the studio. But I was not interested in photography. I was only interested in...
Into institute?
Then the studio was going on, and I used to, I'll click something and all that. Not really interested in photography. Only the money part I was interested. And then one day my father came with the newspaper and said there was an advertisement about Pune Film Institute application to get admission. He said, you apply for this. I said, look, I don't know anything about it. Then he said, see, the institute is to learn. So you apply. I said, see, and that too, it was only 12 seats for all over India.
All over India?
12 seats for photography.
For direction, photography.
Cinematography, only that. I said, see, all over India, how can you get it? Then my father said, you apply, you will get it. This was the statement he said. So applied, and first it was a written test was there in Trivandrum. That I think around 250 or 300 candidates were for written. Only 3 people passed.
Oh, great.
One was me and one was Suresh
Is in
Suresh Joseph or somebody, one. And another one was I don't remember his name. He didn't come for the interview. Only 2 of us came for the interview.
Okay.
Out of which I was selected.
Okay.
I was selected there. Admission I got 2nd rank all over India. 2nd rank in admission.
Oh, 2nd rank.
2nd rank all over India. And then so that's how the institute thing started. Only once I started studying there, my interest on cinematography started growing. Till then I never had any.
Okay.
Even cinema also I never was. Like in my native place, my father was running a theatre. This touring talkies kind of a thing. On theatre we were running. So I used to be there, looking after theatre accounts and things like that. So every day I go and sit and watch film. Not for the sake of studying cinema or anything. There's nothing else to do. So I used to watch like that. So that was my only experience in only watching films and then running a studio. This is my background for this. But that in no way connected with my, taste for cinema. All that started after I joined the institute. 3 years in the institute. Then I started slowly getting interested in filmmaking. Yeah.
Which was the first movie as your cinematographer?
That was a Tamil film. I started in Tamil. It was a film called Bhagavatipuram Railway Gate.
Okay. Director?
One R. Selvaraj.
R. Selvaraj.
He was a writer-director for that.
Then?
That was the first film, and then that film didn't do well. But I had a good name. Photography was appreciated by the press people. They had written well. So I got further offers.
Okay.
Then I was continuously doing films in Tamil.
Okay.
Tamil, I think I must have done almost 48, 49 films.
After 48 movies, you started directing.
Yeah. Huh? After about 20, 25 films, 25 or 30 films, I got one offer to direct. This Kokila Mohan.
Kokila Mohan.
He one day asked me, I was doing continuously film where Kokla Mohan was the hero. I think about 4 or 5 films.
Okay.
We are one team, my director K. Rangaraj, I was the cameraman, and automatically he was the hero.
Okay.
So one day he said, Dinesh, can you do one film, because it's an English film, we'll have to remake it into Tamil, can you do it? I said yes. The film was Whose Life Is It Anyway?
In which language you did?
Tamil.
Tamil.
Tamil, the title was Ananda Aradhanai.
Overall, the star cast.
Starcast was this Kokla Mohan. Then Lissy. Lissy is, director Priyadarshan, Hindi. His wife. Present, his wife. Earlier she was also an actress. She was the heroine. Then Suhasini. That was the first time my association with Suhasini started in that film. During that film, I narrated the story of Amritavarshini.
That time itself?
I think that was in 1984 or 85.
84.
I think.
Okay.
And she liked the story and she left it.
Okay.
Then in 1988, after about 3 years, she asked me one day, Dinesh, can you do a film in Kannada? I said, why not? Because there is one producer there and I have to give her dates. Can we do that subject? Which I had narrated 3 years before. She still remembered that. I said, okay. So that is how my entry to Kannada came. I came with Amritavarshini subject.
Okay.
But the producer was a lady from Mysore, Suryaprabha. Suryaprabha. So when the project was about to take off, then this Gandhinagar, some people they had, some of our people they said it's not advisable to do a film without a hero. That too, her first film. As a producer, that was her first film. So then people discouraged her from doing a film. So one day they Suhasini and they said, see, this is a problem, we cannot do that subject because Amritavarshini does not have a hero.
Yes. Negative role.
Only one character is negative, another character dies in the interval point. So no hero would accept that film. So then I said, okay, they said, then I asked Suhasini who is the next hero there. Then the next who is popular is Vishnuvardhan. I said, okay, then let's make a film for him. So I made another subject and approached Vishnu sir there in Chennai. And I narrated the story to him. He liked it. That is how Suprabhata came.
Okay. So Suprabhata
Was my first film in Kannada. Again, Vishnuvardhan Suhasini.
Okay. Next movie?
Next was Inspector Vikram.
That is with
Shivaraj Kumar.
Shivaraj Kumar.
Shivaraj Kumar also, I met him in Chennai. I narrated a story to him. He liked it. Then Uday Shankar sir was there. He called me and then that's how that project took off.
How many movies you worked with Vishnu sir?
Vishnu, I think around 11 films. 10 or 11 films. Yeah.
Can you tell one or two?
One is Suprabhata. Then Lali. Then Henti Keltini. Then Deepavali. Then Master. Then Neenallo Nanalle. Then so many other films like that.
And next you worked with Appu sir also, is it not?
Yes. His second film I directed.